When the lights go up and the whistle blows, she's the calm in the storm, the one who knows. Behind every game, every call, every play, there's a wife holding it down every day. Welcome to Whistles and Wives, the MVPs behind the whistle.
Welcome back to Whistles and Wives, the podcast that celebrates the MVPs behind the whistle. I'm your host, Sheka Espy, and in this episode, I'm excited to bring you something really special. You'll hear from a handful of incredible women from the Black Coaches Wives Collective. This conversation was recorded in Scottsdale during our most recent Wives trip back in August. This weekend was filled with laughter, tears, encouragement, and definitely connection, and I wanted to give you a sneak peek into those moments. These wives opened up about the joys and challenges of this unique lifestyle and what it means to walk this journey together. So grab your coffee, your wine, or whatever gets you through game day, and let's dive into episode 4.
Hi, my name is Laton Smith. I'm married to Brian Smith, and we're at Temple University in Philadelphia. So my most challenging part of being a coach's wife to me is the unknown of where we're moving to the next time. And I get that some people, a lot of wives say that, but in my case, I'm also a coach. And so that involves me leaving not only my city or the community that I've built, but the team that I've spent a lot of time developing over the year as well. So that's my most challenging part about being a coach's wife, because not only am I a coach's wife, I am a coach. So it's very difficult moving from team to team and building the trust and relationships with people and then just leaving.
So how has football shaped your marriage and also your family?
So football has shaped our marriage in a way that it makes us stronger as a unit, definitely for my husband and myself, because by him being gone all the time with like work and games and meetings and recruiting and traveling, all those things, it makes our hearts grow fonder for each other, because like the distance makes the heart grow fonder. I may see him one day out of the week, but when he comes back, it's like, hey, I really missed you. So it makes our bond a little bit more special. There's definitely different times where it's a little stressful too, but I mean, that comes with any job in any territory. It's just different in the world of athletics in general. In our family, we have one son, and it's shaped our family because our son gets to be around other young men that help not raise him, but just be around him and show him what it is to be a young man and how it is to be a boy. And he loves that time with the guys, like giving them fist bumps before the game, or just saying what's up to them, and like his new little boy voice or boy character that he's finding. I really like that part about football, especially with young boys.
Awesome.
Hi, I'm Kimmy Griffin, and my husband is the amazing D-line coach, Coach Rudy Griffin, and we are at UT Martin, and we're enjoying our time in Tennessee. The most challenging thing about being a coach's wife for me has been the fact that we have 4 children. And I think that I'm very independent. And so the moves and the time constraints or requirements for his job have been, one aspect for me to contend with. But the other part with our children is being a good guide for them as they transition from school to school, and as they, transition out of friendship relationships, and how they manage that long distance with people that they're going to miss seeing every day. But I think that we've done a really great job of making this experience seem rare and exciting and just a blessing for them to get to enjoy. So they see it as a positive and not a negative, that they might change more than most children do in their friendships. So I think it's made them pretty resilient, but it's been a challenge. I've learned a lot more about football because of being married to a football coach. And I've gained more of an appreciation of what it takes for those 11 guys on the field to accomplish goals together. And so I definitely would say the football teamwork has been a metaphor for my husband and I's marriage and our partnership, that we are not, two people navigating this challenging industry, but we are a team. We're one navigating it together. And so just as he gets his players to communicate and function, being considerate with each other and what their roles are, we do the same thing. We have to work together, communicate, and make sure that the other person has everything they need to flourish in their role and their tasks. So that's been the way that football has really framed and made us better.
Hi, my name is Princess Purdue, and I am the girlfriend of John Richardson. He is the head men's basketball coach at Elizabeth City State University in Elizabeth City, North Carolina. The most challenging part to me with being a coach's wife or significant other is having to divide your time between family and work. We know that being a coach's wife, it demands a lot of time away from home. And being family oriented, that could be a challenge when you have kids that really need your husband to be present in the home as well. How has football or basketball shaped my life and my family? My situation is very unique. My late husband was a collegiate football coach. So I've been a coach's wife prior to being the girlfriend of now a basketball head coach. And how it shaped my family is it brings in those values that I feel are important first in your personal life and your professional life. So just commitment, just being accountable and having compassion and being patient with each other. Those things are very important, I think, professionally and personally. And I think having those values, if you have those instilled in your home and in your coaching life, it aligns. And it keeps everyone on the same path of not just success personally, but success professionally as well.
Hi, my name is Keisha Bivins, and I am married to Coach Bo Bivins, who is now at Alabama State University, Director of Student Athlete Experience. The most challenging part of being a coach's wife is scheduling conflict.
Why do you say scheduling is the most challenging part?
Because he's always busy. So basketball has shaped my family and my marriage because it's my husband's passion and it makes him happy. So happy husband, happy wife, happy wife, happy life.
I love it.
Hey everyone, my name is Alyssa Jones and my husband is Denzel Jones and he is the defensive coordinator at North Carolina A&T. Aggie Pride.
What's the most challenging part about being a coach's wife?
That is a good question. Probably the most challenging part is, I guess, scheduling date nights, just the work-life balance, the busy schedule, and just trying to, make sure that you find time to, go on dates and just have quality time with your partner.
Second question. How has football shaped your marriage and also your family?
I would say that football has shaped our family in many ways because my husband is operating in his purpose. And so a lot of our decisions and just the vision that he has for our family is centered around, of course, God first, but then secondly, his, career aspirations in relation to football. So where we live and a lot of our friend groups and things of that nature. But at the same token, it's been a blessing because you get to meet so many people and move to different places and build a lot of new relationships. So it's been a blessing.
So my name is Nicole Shannon. I am married to Eddie Shannon. He is a assistant basketball coach at the University of South Carolina for the men's basketball team. The most challenging part about being a coach's wife is that our life decisions aren't ours. We don't get to choose to live where we want to live or to move when we want to move. We have to go where the job goes. So I found that to be the most difficult and the most challenging part, for sure. Basketball has shaped our family and our marriage, and it makes us more intentional. So when we do have time together, we're super intentional. We make sure that we take advantage of every single opportunity that is given to us to love on each other, to devote that particular time together, and just to make sure that we understand how precious and valuable our time is, and make sure that we get to spend that together.
Hi, my name is Bria Stokes. My husband's name is Lionel Stokes. He is a secondary coach at the University of Michigan. We have two beautiful children, our 4-year-old Maximus and our 2-year-old Madison. I think the most challenging part about being a coach's wife is learning how to balance their schedule with your schedule, with the kids' schedule. I know sometimes that's not always the easiest. Sometimes their hours are a little bit longer. So I would just say just the overall balance of everyone's schedule may be the hardest part. How has football shaped my marriage and our family? I think I would say a couple of different things. One, it has definitely made my husband and I, from a marriage perspective, better communicators. When you sometimes move away from family, it really makes your marriage stronger. It makes you rely on each other a lot more. Because you don't always have those safety nets. And then how has it made my family stronger? It's definitely gotten us in the community more, giving back a little bit more, because my children and we see my husband pour into young adults all the time, and it makes us want to do the same. So it makes us want to give back and get out and make an impact in our community as well.
Hi, I'm Mandisa Cook. My husband is Christopher Cook. We call him Chris Cook. We're with the Arizona Cardinals. We're going into our 3rd season here in the lovely Arizona, and we're good to be here. We're glad to be here. The hardest part about being a coach's wife, I think, is the up and down of the game, the season, right? Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, but that energy comes home, rightfully so. We're so invested in wherever we are that it changes the energy in the house. So that's the hardest part. We take it personal sometimes when we lose, because we want to be excellent in everything that we do. And of course, with my husband being a coach, then you take on the role of loving all the players and loving your husband. And so you want to see them excel. So I'm going to tell a really quick story about how football has shaped us. We came into this together. We made a plan. We weren't always in football when we got married, but we had a plan that within a year, we wanted to land an opportunity in football, college football. And so we set out to do that plan together. 9 months later, we landed a role in a D1 opportunity. And so that has shaped our life now. It's our history. And I think it is a testament to doing things on one accord. You know, I let him lead, I followed. Once I let him lead and I followed, then we made it to where we are today. And we just keep building on our brand. So we're grateful for the opportunities.
Hi, my name is Shannon Battle. My husband's name is Kyrie Battle. He is a football coach at the University of Memphis. We have 3 children, ages 15, 8, and 3 years old. I would say the most challenging part about being a coach's wife is probably the unpredictability of things, not knowing what to expect, but expect it to show up and be on point, or not knowing what to expect as far as like where you're going to move to or where your kids are going to go and what schools they're going to attend, based off of your husband's position. I feel like football has shaped my family and my marriage in a very positive way. It's kind of forced me and my husband to work together in situations where we normally wouldn't work together. We definitely have more of a team aspect because we're in a new city. It's just him and I. And then overall for our family, I think it has definitely helped it for the better because of the standards that the school kind of gives the coach, and the coach kind of uses those same tools and core values and pours them over to the home. So that has just really helped us in a positive way.
And that's a wrap on today's episode. Thank you for joining us. If this episode of Whistles and Wives spoke to you or you enjoyed it, please subscribe, write a review, like, comment, or share with a friend. We'll see you on the next episode. Bye.